For me, to be a storyteller is to create something beautiful, something innovative. I have a secret to tell that when I was a child, I was a magician. It was my passion. I really wanted to be a magician. I think that's the origin of me wanting to create a new world and something very, magical.
And for me, I had the chance to meet Sébastien at school. And since then, I always wanted to help him to build this storytelling. I think my meeting with Sébastien is really the purpose of it. Being a storyteller, I think it's this idea of gathering people and building this community and imagine this world with Sébastien. Hello, I'm Arnaud Vaillant.
I'm Sébastien Meyer.
Have you been to the new Printemps on Wall Street? I have to say, it is absolutely fabulous inside. The store is hosting an extra special pop-up from the French brand Coperni. I got to check it out, and now you do. Ooh.
Such a pleasure to meet you. Talk to me about this collection. Diving into the Disney archives. Where do you start?
I wanted to do the collection as a movie, so with different parts.
That's Sébastien and Arnaud, the creative minds of the French fashion label Coperni.
Coperni is definitely known as being innovative in the fashion space. I'm Lindsay Peoples, editor-in-chief of The Cut at New York Magazine. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Great.
You know when you're buying something from Coperni that it feels really personal, approachable things that you actually want to wear, that you can enjoy wearing.
So gentlemen, take me back to Paris.
Oh, wow.
Once upon a time, there were two designers that had the guts to organize a magical show at Disneyland Paris.
Paris is obviously known for the couture, known for the fashion houses. I mean, everyone is coming to Paris. Why wouldn't you want to come here?
The people are magnetic. They keep the conversation going. They're fashion conscious. They just truly are the embodiment of what it is to have style and grace and class.
This is my first fashion week. It's amazing. It gives me so much inspiration.
Paris Fashion Week became a global phenomenon really in the last 20 years. When the shows were happening post-war, they were small, they were intimate, they were very long. Hello, I'm Mark Holgate. I'm the Fashion Features Director of Vogue. The big change, I think, was really with the arrival of the internet. With the advent of social media, that changed it even more because all of a sudden, anyone could be sitting at that show. Sébastien and Arnaud of Coperni have proved themselves to be real innovators. The use of technology and how that's integrated into their clothing. And more recently, I think, with things like the arrival of a rather scary-looking robotic dog running around. The technology helped Paris Fashion Week go from being this insider industry event to a global phenomenon. The relationship between Disney and fashion is really fascinating to me because in many ways Disney is the first brand all of us encounter as children.
Mickey and I started out the first time many years ago.
I grew up in Scotland and I watched The Wonderful World of Disney every week and I was waiting for Tinkerbell to appear.
Every single month I love watching Mulan. I can sing it right now if anybody wants. They're actually stories that are inclusive of different kinds of culture and different kinds of way of talking about being a woman of color. And we've really evolved in being able to make people feel like there are other stories that are worth being told.
Disney princesses to me were like the first red carpet stars, right? Stepping out of a pumpkin. When people dress up, that's in a way informing who they are and what they want to be. I think that idea of fashion as a kind of magical escapist moment is something that a lot of people can relate to. We begin to understand through Disney great looks, even better looks on some of the villainesses, the evil queen, and Maleficent looking kind of incredible. And I think for lots of designers, Disney is just part of their landscape. When we think of fashion, we think of image, storytelling, a kind of profound emotional impact when fashion's at its best. I think Disney also does that too.
About what fashion is, it's all about individuality, it's about creativity, it's about really trying to take your inner self and showing that to the world. So what could be a better inspiration for fashion shows and fashion at large than Disney princesses? I'm Tasia Filipatos, president of Disney Consumer Products. The stories surrounding Disney princesses are just magical and inspiring. Take Cinderella, for example. You've got these beautiful, fun elements around being able to wear a tiara and have a glass slipper. But also, when you dig down deeper into Cinderella, you've got a character that overcame bullying. She was kind in the face of a lot of adversity. And so when we think about role models for today's young girls, that really leads, I believe, to a place of, confidence.
My favorite princess is Rapunzel. I love Rapunzel for the queen.
Disney princesses are always very kind and gracious.
One of the most inspiring Disney princesses to me is Tiana from Princess and the Frog, because she just went for her dreams and nobody could stop her, and she wanted to open her restaurant, so she did. That's Disney for me. The magic and believing in your dreams and going for what you want and looking good while you're doing it.
I think that the Disney princess I most identify with is probably Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Okay. I'm on a very similar journey, except for I have yet to find my beast. Maybe I'm the beast.
I most identify with Jasmine. She's a curious person. She's trapped in a life that's been prescribed to her, but she's always open, or she's trying to experience a whole new world.
When we heard from parents of young girls about what they were looking for from a Disney Princess collection, they were looking for role models that celebrated everything that Disney princesses stood for. So Create Your World really came out of that desire to create something that was celebratory, that was very unique to princesses, no matter where you were in the world, to be able to put something on, whether it be a special costume or a special piece of jewelry, and really feel transformed into those characters. When we were talking and thinking about who the perfect fashion partner would be, we knew we wanted to partner with a fashion house that really talked to young women, and so Coperni was truly a match made in heaven for us.
Welcome to Paris.
My first memory of Disney, I remember watching like Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, or The Lion King. It's very mixed in my mind. And you?
I mean, me, I completely grew up with Disney. Probably the first one I saw was Bambi. It probably influenced us, especially the princesses that were so beautiful and so well-dressed and gorgeous.
I would break down the elements of Disney princess style as really one of strength. It all feels like armor for who they are and the kind of woman that they want to be. But I also think, it doesn't hurt to be fashionable. It doesn't hurt to pull a look.
It's been interesting to see the evolution of the Disney princess. The traditional story is a woman's agency that is licensed to help aided by men, and waiting for Prince Charming. It feels like the Disney princess now is not waiting for Prince Charming, but is busy getting on with it herself.
Hey guys, welcome. I'm Mathilde. I'm working at Coperni for Image and Communication, so super nice to see you today.
When we design collections, we love to think about characters, and each season we think about a different woman, the heroes and the villains. Find the right balance between something like positive, creative, something very colorful, but sometimes we want to go more like darker and something more deep. It reminds me of this character, the duality between villains and princesses or heroes.
With Sébastien and Arnaud, the storytelling of fashion, the storytelling of what they do, the storytelling of who they are, is so paramount in their work. And there's humor and there's wit and there's intelligence, and there's an ability for it also to be super relatable.
We love to invent a whole world. Obviously the garments is the more important thing, and the models wearing the garment as well, but we love to think about them as heroes and characters of a whole world. And it's true that fashion is very competitive, especially during Paris Fashion Week. There are a lot of informations, and for us it's very important to show one strong idea, one strong story. And we love to play with different characters. Sometimes the Coperni woman can be more sporty, sometimes she can be more glamorous, sometimes she can be more edgy or more young. For each season, we always invent something really strong.
I think storytelling is the vehicle of emotion. You can design the most beautiful product in the world, but if there is no storytelling behind it, it's like there is no soul.
Our family is amazing. They all come from the south of France. They became very close to each other. At a very young age, we asked them to help us during fashion weeks and everything, and they were really proud to see our evolution.
Allez, 1, 2, 3.
When you're a child and you grow up in the south of France, usually the first thing you do when you come to Paris is not visiting the Eiffel Tower, but going to Disneyland Paris. It's every child's dream, and we've been lucky to go when we were young. I think I went for the first time at like 8 years old or something like that. You too?
Same.
Yeah.
I remember we found a picture of us.
Yeah.
Like in the same place in the park.
In Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
We took the exact same picture.
And I think it was the same year.
And people thought about it. When we posted the picture, we thought, we're like, oh my God, they know each other since they're baby.
No, it's a coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah. We have been approached by the Disney team just for a meeting, and it was this idea of a collaboration. It was very exciting, actually. And at the end of the meeting, Sébastien was like, oh, actually, we should do a show at the park. It would be major. And the Disney people were like, oh, wow.
So when this idea of shutting down Disneyland Paris and doing a fashion show in front of the castle first came up, we jumped at it. We were waiting for the right partner and the right time, and Paris Fashion Week with Coperni was just the perfect time to do it.
The symbolic value of having the Coperni fashion show at Disneyland was it opened up the world suddenly. You thought, well, where else should people go? Maybe we all need to be thinking a little bit outside the box.
We basically spend all day here, but since like few months to organize the show at Disney, so it's super exciting to show you what's happening.
Hello. Hey. Let's have a look at the collection if you want to follow us. So these are the inspirations. We have built the collection through 3 specific parts, which is kind of the way a Disney movie is made, right? So you have the beginning with the innocence, the childhood, and then we like this idea of cool kids, teenager, going to the park with their friends, with a little rebellious touch.
With backpacks, they have the tickets like attached to the belt.
There is some styling tricks with the tickets, the keychain, some souvenirs from the park. Yeah. It was cute.
We played with the like childhood nostalgia. We used some vintage collector Disney t-shirt, but mixing with new ones, so it represents the way people dress today.
And then we go to probably the most exciting part, which is the villains. We also like this idea of how fairy tales are made with this evolution and transition from childhood to adulthood. And there is always this moment of fear and discoveries with the part we call the villains.
And so the villains are more like tailored,
severe.
Yeah, exactly. More dark,
dark,
unconventional, like ideas, like one We did some one-leg pants, one-leg skirt.
More aggressive, pointy heels.
There are also some damaged clothes.
You know this scene when Snow White runs in the forest and gets catched by the trees, so it's like destroyed, poetical, beautifully embroidered pieces. And then you go to the inclusion of the modern princesses. Voilà. And there is another one which is amazing, which is finished garments, denims, bags, everything that we put in a solution with an artist, and it recreates what happens in the ocean.
Yeah, and it's a tribute to Ariel, the Little Mermaid.
And then we're going to close the show with these big, beautiful pieces, which is this idea of a ball gown, a traditional ball gown. And tonight we have the rehearsal at the park. I mean,
but we are very excited. Yeah.
We have worked with all the amazing Disney teams, for instance, on the set design, the lighting of the castle, the music, the fountains, fireworks, everything. It's unbelievable, and it's going to be probably our best show ever.
Of our destination, so proud of this park and everything that we've been doing recently. And to have designers like Coperni really want to do their fashion show here. We're just so incredibly proud and honored.
I love the fact that you thought about the show as a Disney movie in 3 chapters.
To take it to this iconic, storied, mythic place almost, I think there was just a huge kind of sense of excitement.
What an honor to host a fashion show here at Disneyland Paris. It's the modern way to tell a princess story for modern girls.
Disneyland has just been such a big part of me and my adolescence.
I mean, it's so exciting. I've always loved Disneyland. I've been here many times and I love working with Coperni.
I think we are 2 guys at the service of women, and we are surrounded by tons of women, and we are really here to provide them the maximum we can. We always try to make them brave and cool and free, I think.
Yeah, and it's important to listen to them. We are very
aware.
You want people that resonate, you want people that feel like they have something to say, even if they're silently walking down a runway. You know what they stand for.
Seeing Paloma at shows is always such a joy because she's very transparent about the lack of inclusivity in the industry and a lot of the work that she's done to try to help other people up in the industry as well.
In 20 years, 30 years, when I think about my career, I'll be like, I walked at Disneyland too.
If you're going to talk about storytelling, then you need to close a story with a really dramatic, happy ending, and you get the appearance of Kylie Jenner.
Coperni asked me to walk in their show. Should I do it?
I think the best thing you can do is just go out there and be confident.
It was about taking those qualities that made Disney Princess so special, empowerment, kindness, resilience, and then really marrying that up with the Coperni collaborations.
I mean, I don't want to sound cheesy, but like believe in your dreams. We love to take risks. and to have fun and to make our dreams come true, and your visions especially.
So you've got global phenomenon, Disneyland, two young designers who are so smart and thoughtful about the world, and it was just kind of kapow, you know, it was perfect.
So if we were to tell the story of all of this, but start it with, once upon a time, there were two designers who
Once upon a time, there were two designers that had the guts to organize a magical show at Disneyland Paris.